Hey guys, Appalachian Empire here today with another gun review, and this is the second in a series of reviews of just simple, plain Jane firearms. A lot of common firearms, not something fancy like an AR-15 or an AK, just something simple that a lot of people own. I did get this gun from a buddy who asked me to do a review on it, so here it is. So let's get into it. This is the Mossberg Model 88. Alright guys, so like I had mentioned, this is just your plain Jane firearm, nothing fancy, no rails, no red dots, no bumfire stocks, but it does do a good job at what it is, and that's being a shotgun. It is chambered in 12 gauge, it has an overall length of 39 inches, it has a barrel length of 18.5 inches, and it holds 6 shots in it. Which is pretty nice for a shotgun. So just let's go from the barrel to the stock and give it a nice little look over. So on the top there you'll see the traditional bead safety, and then moving right along down the barrel you'll see nothing. Nothing at all. No rails, you just got your nomenclature, you know, warning, this isn't a toy, so on and so forth. And you'll have a nice, it's got actually a nice rubber pump there, which feels great, and it gives you that traditional shotgun sound, which scares the bad guys away in the middle of the night. And moving right along you'll see a nice, the chamber's nice, I think it's steel, I'm pretty sure. Nothing up top, there's no back sight. The trigger's pretty light, it does have a push button safety. So when it's off safety you'll see a little red, there it is, focused, little red thing saying, hey man, this thing's ready to fire. This button right here is the button you push to unlock the pump once it is engaged, because as you can see, once it's engaged you can't pull it back until you fire the gun or push that button. And on the other side is the hey, it's safe. There's no indication, it's just black. And the trigger here is pretty light. Just go ahead and do that again for you. It's already engaged. Pretty light trigger. Alright, moving right along, we've got a nice polymer stock with a nice rubber butt pad to help with all that 12 gauge recoil. And that's about all there is to it. If you have any questions about the gun, just leave them below. It does weigh 7 pounds, so it's fairly light. So let's go ahead and take it down to the range and see what we can chew up with it. Okay guys, before we get started here, so I got the shotgun. We've got about 15 yards between us and the target. The target's kind of shot up. It was the only one I had at the moment, so hopefully it holds together. But behind it, there's a little puddle of water from where it rained, so should get some nice splash action. We've got some really old trap gold ammo here, just bird shot for target, or not target shooting, ski shooting. So we'll just see how it does through this. And so yeah, let's go ahead and load up and see what it does. Alright guys, just going to load 3 for this first shot and see how it does. And that broke. So, pretty simple. You're just going to take it, push it into the magazine. Alright, you're going to pop it and she's ready to fire. Take her off safety. Here we go. Alright, and she's clear. Once she's clear, if you pull her forward, she's not going to want to come back because she's going to want to fire again. But, you know, just push the button and press. Alright, let's try a different angle and see what happens. Alright guys, got a little bit different angle here for you. See how it goes. I do apologize for all the craziness of the camera work. Hopefully I'll have my camera crew back in a couple of weeks. So, whew. Alright, so here we go. Got one in the chamber already, and then I've loaded the rest through the bottom. Alright, let's let you sort of see the gun firing down to the target, and we'll wrap it up. Alright guys, one last barrage. I've got 3 shells here. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to load 1 shell at a time, shoot it, 1 shell at a time, shoot it, just for fun. Alright, here we go. Alright, got some smoke coming out of there. Nice and warm. Alright, let's wrap up. Alright guys, so some final thoughts on the weapon. Like I said, it's just your plain Jane, typical shotgun. Home defense, it's the iconic home defense gun. Like I mentioned in the beginning, when you pump the gun, it's usually a good deterrent for criminals to get out of your house. We did fire about, I didn't count them, but I'm going to say 15 rounds, and worked flawlessly. Again, that was birdshot. You know, it's going to vary the results you get based on the caliber. One little quick breeze over here to the target. You can see it dug into that pretty good. There's a nice bit of, nice big hole there. So it did pretty good in that regard. But back over to the weapon. It didn't get that hot. You're probably not going to shoot that much through it in a home defense situation. You know, you could use it for hunting, birds, just, you know, depending on what you're going to do with it. Obviously the choke, the type of choke that you have factors into that, but it's just overall, I think it's a good gun. The cheapness alone makes it a good gun. So you can just pick up something for $200 and bam, now you've got something to defend your home with, something to go hunt should you need to. But yeah, like I said, it's just a plain Jane firearm. It does what it's supposed to do. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.